Hi, this is Mohit Tyagi. Today we will discuss the parameter and filter. Alright, what is the exact difference between parameter and filters in Tableau? So if we talk about the parameter, so a parameter is independent of the data source, while the filters are dependent of this data source, right? What does that mean? Suppose I am creating a parameter, right? So here I am creating a parameter where I am giving the limit. So I am just deciding like what it should be integer and the range should be like minimum, maximum, right? Size. So there is no role of data source here, right? So we are the only who is deciding the minimum and maximum range, right? Okay. So if you will come here and show parameter, so you will see from 1 to 100, right? 1 to 100, your range will be 1 to 100. So, but on the other hand, if we are creating a filter, suppose I'm using customer name and the sales, and I'm using sales as a parameter into. So, if I'm using sales into filter, whole value next. So here you can see the minimum and maximum, which are deciding based on the data source, right? So in the data source, there will be a customer who is just doing the sales of 0.44, and there is also a customer into the data source who is giving the maximum range, which is 22 something, right? Okay, right. So this is the difference. Like you can see, this is the filter range and this is the parameter range. So the parameter range, which is independent of data source, right? Which is independent of data source, right? While the filter is dependent on the data source. So come to the next difference. So come to the next difference. A parameter scope is at the workbook level, right? While the filters are by default at the worksheet level. Suppose I am creating a parameter, so you can use the parameter scope into entire workbook. So entire workbook means the different worksheet, right? I'm using the customer name and the sales, and I can use the parameter here as well, right? Same here. So you can use the same parameter. But if we talk about the filter, so filter is scope is limited only within that worksheet, right? If I'm using the customer name into filter, right? Apply, okay, right? If I will show filter, right? So you can see here. So by default, so now if you will come to the new sheet, so you will not see customer name here, right? There is no customer name. So here the scope of the filter is only within that worksheet. However, when you bring that worksheet into the dashboard level, so you can use it like here, apply only this. So by default, it is apply only this worksheet. So you can use uh, all using this works data source. So you can apply this filter on the other worksheet also, but by default it is apply only this worksheet, right? So come to the next difference. It allows the user to replace the constant value in calculated field, right? Filters like calculated field filters, while and the primary role of filter is to narrow down the data. So here we can see the purpose of filter. So it is basically narrow down the data. Suppose we are uh, removing something, so you can see the data is narrowed down, right? So you can see the narrow down. But if we are using the parameter, so parameter is something like which dynamically change the constant value. Suppose I want to create the top n top n customer based on the profit. I can create a parameter with the top n customers right? Top and customers. We can give integer. Like we can give the we can give the range. Suppose I want to, so we can give the range. Suppose I want to take the top n up to 100, right? Okay. If you are filtering this, so what you can do, you can come here top and you can apply top 10. So instead of top 10, you can apply the top 10 custom, right? Which parameter you just created. Okay. And you can use this as a show parameter, right? So dynamically the things are changing, right? You can see top 5. So this is how the parameter actually change the things dynamically by using the filter or calculated filter. Now next to come to the next difference, parameter is single selected, filters are multi-selected. So you can see here, so filters are multi-selected, right? You can multi-select. So if you will take that into the show parameter, so you will be able to see only single selected, right? Single selected. So this is something parameter is single selected. And now come to the next difference. Actions are available for parameters only. Cannot use filters into action, right? So if we come to the action, go to the worksheet, action, add action. So you can see the parameter here. So you can use the parameter which you are created, like parameter 3, top and customer. So these are the parameter which you created. So this is the so these are the difference like which we covered under this parameters and filters. So if you think this is really helpful for you to clear the interview, so please subscribe my channel and thank you for watching this video.